that for me, Kane, it ruined the 2019 final for me. So, but yeah, listen, I don't know. I bring it all back to I'm genuinely worried. And just what you were saying about the midfields there. Man United, what they have got over us is they have got Bruno Fernandes. That man this season has been involved.
Turn up on his day, man.
Are you forgetting about another man? What about Casemiro?
I mean, I think that we have our very own Bruno Fernandes. He's not in the midfield, but he does play very similar. And when you talk about a guy that can play the long passes, he can shoot, he can cross. Man like PP himself, Pedro Porro. I'm just saying.
What is it? I agree, but the difference is
he's 1 minute.
He's our most creative player. He's our most creative player.
Why are Tottenham fans so flip-flops on Porro? 1 minute he's rubbish. He's so overrated. Next minute he's the best thing since sliced bread. Like, what is it? Why is there like such a like
defensively, innit? That's what it is. Defensively, he lets you down. But going forward, he can whip a crossing, he could do a diag, you know, his numbers speak for itself. I think that's what it is. And yeah, he's a man that doesn't check his mirrors. As a right back, as a wing back, I think that's where the people are split.
I feel like, you know what? You guys actually need Pedro Porro. If you have Pedro Porro in your system, he would be one of the best players.
We don't want him. No.
He was thriving under Amorim. But look, the question I did actually have.
Mazraoui's better, man. Mazraoui's better.
As a wing back.
Huh? No way. Mazraoui better than Pedro Porro. You do know Pedro Porro, since he's come to the league, has more GA than Trent.
Yeah, but I don't care about the GA part.
GA hype, man. You know
it's not GA hype though, because if you actually watch him going forward, he's one of the most impressive players.
I'm not swapping Mazraoui for.
I'm not.
But right now, if you tell me who you swap, I'm not swapping. I'm keeping Mazraoui.
Yeah, as a fullback,
he's not a right back. He's not a right back. No. This is my problem. Pedro Porro's a brilliant footballer. He's not a brilliant defender. And if
simple.
My worry about Pedro Porro is he is our most creative player now in this team tomorrow. Jords is bang on. He's 100% right. But.
Hey, yo, sorry for the interruption, but we have an important message that I need to relay to you guys. This clip has been taken from a live stream that has already taken place. So make sure you are tapped into the channel for real. Smash the like button, but make sure you are definitely subscribed to stay up to date with everything Durag Diaries. Thank you for watching.
To get Pedro Porro high enough up the pitch to be in those positions where he's creating, he normally does it from like kind of the inside channel where he can find the ball. And if Tottenham invert Pedro Porro tomorrow, and if we have that, we are going to leave the whole of the left-hand side, or United's left and our right, to Garnacho and Dorgu, who are going to be the left-sided pair, I'm guessing, for Man United on the night. That is what has been our undoing all season. For as brilliant as Porro is, to get him in those advanced positions, we just leave massive gaps in the right back area. So it's kind of damned if you do,
and also,
if you don't.
But
this said about partnership is overrated as well. Nobody wants to talk about it. Romero Van de Ven must be the most overrated.
I'll talk about it.
Yeah, no.
But do you know what? Do you know what? Yeah?
Overrated centre back pairing.
Romero's doesn't look like he wants to be there, and Van de Ven is. I don't know, man.
I think he's got his problems as well.
Positionally, Van de Ven is shite. Yeah. But he relies a lot on recovery. I wouldn't be surprised if his hammy. I wouldn't be surprised if his hammy went. You know, he suit our left centre back, but I doubt.
In the back three, we look better in the back three.
I just don't, you know what it is? I just don't see how you get to us. Look, I think you're going to have a little bit of control, but even with your most control, even last game, you know, they're most controlled in Feb, I think it was when you beat us 1-0. You had Bergvall, Madison, and also Kulusevski, but you only
should have won that game, bro.
Yeah, I know. They didn't even manage more possession. They barely managed that much more possession.
We let you guys have the ball. We scored early in that game, so we just gave up the possession and gave up the game.
I remember we missed, oh my God, was it Hoyland? Garnacho as well. Oh my gosh, I can't believe the misses in that game. I couldn't believe it. Like it felt like it's easy that we let you have the ball. I'm like, no, that's not Ange's way of doing things. Let's get that straight. Leaving the ball to the other team when you've got that lineup.
That's what Cass. that's what you've not been watching recently. Because as Ash touched on earlier, that has been the tactical change. Again, Bodo Glimt on that second leg. For the whole first hour of that game, we let them play in front of us. We knew that they were just going to play.
But brother, you're not 1-0 up or 3-1 up this time.
You're right. But also, I just think that with the way that defense has been set up, they've not been so gung-ho. You haven't seen the fullbacks inverting as much. You've been seeing them use their strengths. Udogie, Pedro Porro go on the overlap a little bit more. I just think there's been a few changes to focus a bit more on the strengths of the defenders to allow them to flourish. Plus, having the double pivot in front of them has helped.
By the way, I watched your game versus Palace the whole 90 minutes.
I didn't watch Palace was irrelevant.
Again, the thing that you just said, I saw Jed Spence. Was it Jed Spence at left back at that point? I think it was.
That's what I mean. That game's irrelevant because we didn't set up the same way we did against Bodo.
I didn't see them ping you down the middle. Yeah, sometimes, to be fair, Mateta, but guess where they got you down? The damn flanks. Saar was having corners for one. He was having a mare. Something that we're good at right now is corners. Casemiro is popping up. Maguire will pop up. Bro, I'm not going to lie. I think corners, we've got you, yeah? Second of all, the flanks, where it was Eze, even Eze's space, the way he was running into was off the left. Mitchell was having a free roam.
Do you know what, though?
Munoz was having a free roam. And you say, but what players have you got to do that? I'm not being funny. Garnacho does get into spaces. It's just his final bit where it's like, bro, come on, give it up.
Because that's what I was going to ask you guys.
You got one more thing. I'm sorry, but Ahmad is ripping my man to pieces. That's it.
This is the thing, yeah. I was going to ask you about your front line. Yeah, I was going to ask you this exact question. Who are you going to start? Because when I look at your front line, yeah, for one, let's have it right. Brennan Johnson scored more than all of them put together, which is madness. Yeah, it's madness. Because when I remember, Saeed, when I was telling you at the start of the season, yeah, our front line effectiveness, Brennan Johnson more effective. Now you're starting to get why. But all of your front line, you don't have no finishers. No one's out there that you feel like in front of goal, they're killers. So who are you guys going to look to score your goals? So what is your front three going to be?
I'm playing Mason Mount and
I would do that, but I don't think the manager's going to do that. I would put. I think he'd want to exploit your back line a little bit more in terms of your high line and all that stuff. I got a feeling he's going to go Garnacho and Mount and probably put Dorgu and Ahmad on the wings. And I don't really mind that too much. I don't mind that because
I don't really want that, man. But I think he's going to do that.
I think he's going to throw that into the equation. We can't go defensive. If we go straight Agate, Casemiro, you're being negative already, and you're playing against 3 defensive mid. That's just dumb. You got to get that. We got to take the game to you, man. That's it. And I know you got the only way I think I see us you hurting us as much as I hate to say it is the thing we get killed on most, which is transition. Obviously, it's probably Brennan Johnson and Solanke, because Solanke's got a good final ball in my opinion. But if we want to do that, of all your centre mids, Bentancur, Saar, and Basuma, how many assists do they have between them?
I don't think that's the play though. I don't think that's the play though. I think
all of them combined less than Casemiro and Bruno by a mile. Because that's what I say. You not forget. Yeah, Casemiro is a clutch goal scorer and he's always popping up with.
He has been recently. That's I've been worried. That's the one.